Hey there! From titanium touring to carbon road bikes, cyclocross and gravel grinders, I tried them all on the brutal cobbles of Paris Roubaix. But now I'm taking on my biggest challenge yet, transforming my carbon hardtail into the ultimate cobblestone bike. Will it survive? Will I survive? Let's find out. Alright, here we go. I'm about to take apart my trusty 2014 carbon hardtail and turn it into something it was never designed to be, a Paris Roubaix gravel road bike. I've been riding the brutal cobblestone since 2012 and I've tried everything. Titanium touring bikes, carbon road bikes, cyclocross rigs and even dedicated gravel bikes. But this is the ultimate experiment. To build the suspense, I'm making it doubly hard for myself because I have also just ordered a mix and match of one bike components from AliExpress.
Right, so let's get this hardtail stripped down and ready to become a Paris Roubaix cobble buster. Speed it up so you can get more time in the day to go riding. Step 1. Removing the crankset. We're starting with the cranks because, let's be honest, they're in the way of everything. First, the non-drive side arm comes off with a simple hex key, no surprises here. Then the drive side crank, and with a little wiggle, the whole assembly slides out. Step 2, taking off the chain. Time to free the chain. This one's seen better days. A quick squeeze of the quick link and it's off. Step 3, rear derailleur removal. The rear derailleur has served me well, but it's time to go. Snip the shift cable, undo the mounting bolt, and it's off in seconds. Step 4, front derailleur, out you go. Same story here, cable snipped, bolts undone, and the front mech is history. No more trimming, no more chain rub, just pure, simple, single ring efficiency. Well, in theory at least. Step 5, handlebar grips, the easy part. These lock-on grips have been solid, but they've got to go. 2 hex bolts each and they slide right off. No sticky residue, no wrestling with rubber. This might be the easiest part of the whole teardown. Step 6. Left side controls, brakes and shifters. The left brake comes off first, just one bolt and it's free, and the shifters the same after a quick snip of the old cable. Step 7, right side controls, mirror image. Same deal on the right side, brake lever off, shifter cable snipped, and the shifter lever off. Step 8, handlebars officially gone. With all the controls removed, the bars themselves can come off. The stem stays put for now, no need to overcomplicate things, one less thing to realign later. Step 9, rear wheel, the 2014 Quirk. This is where things get, well, interesting. The rear axle uses some old school adapter that I haven't seen in years. A few twists, a bit of confusion, and finally, success. Step 10, frame cleanup, first pass. With the wheel out, it's time for a quick wipe down. The grime isn't terrible, but there's definitely some patina built up in the hard to reach spots. A microfiber cloth and some all-purpose cleaner makes quick work of it. Step 11, chainstay protector DIY solution removed. My homemade chainstay protector, an old inner tube and some zip ties did its job, but it's time for something sleeker. Peeling it off revealed surprisingly unscathed paint, always a win. Step 12, front wheel, another blast from the past. Like the rear, the front wheel has its own quirks, the axle design is vintage, but after a bit of fiddling it's free. Step 13, deep clean, shining like new. Now that everything's off, it's time for a proper clean. Step 14, brake levers, carefully disassembled. The brake levers come off next, but the hoses stay put. No need to bleed the system if I don't have to. A little caution now saves a lot of frustration later. Step 15, tyres, making room for some gravel kings. The old tyres are done, a couple of tyre levers, some elbow grooves and they're off. Can't wait to mount these new 40mm gravel tyres. Cobbles, here we come. Step 16, cassette, upgrading for the hills. The stock cassette served me well, but it's time for something bigger. A lock ring tool and a chain whip will make quick work of it. That new 1150 tooth cassette is going to be a game changer. Step 17, hub bearings, smooth as butter. A quick spin of the rear hub confirms the bearings are still in great shape. No play, no grinding, just smooth rotation. One less thing to worry about. Step 18, wheels, final inspection. A thorough clean and check for any cracks or rust. Everything looks solid, just a few cosmetic scratches to remind me of past adventures. Step 19, road bars, the first upgrade. The new, used road bars go on first. A little adjustment to get the angle right and suddenly the bike's already looking faster. Step 20, final look, ready for the rebuild. And there it is, completely stripped down, cleaned and ready for its transformation. So, that's the strip down done. Next up the rebuild, new components, fresh cables and hopefully no leftover bolts. By the way, if you love discovering France by bike, from gravel and bike packing to coastal escapes, epic road climbs and hidden villages, hit subscribe. There's plenty more French cycling adventures coming your way. Step 1. Unboxing the 1150 cassette. First delivery is this massive 1150 cassette. For €31 I wasn't expecting much, but initial impressions are surprisingly good. The black finish looks sleek and machining appears clean. Let me count those sprockets. Yes, we've got all 11 speeds present. The real test will be how the shifting holds up under the Paris Roubaix brutal cobbles. Step 2. Installing the cassette. Time to prep the rear wheel. Applying a generous layer of grease to the free hub body. No one wants a seized cassette down the line. The cassette slides on smoothly and I'm using the lock ring tool to ensure proper tightness. A quick spin, because that's what all good pro mechanics do, confirms everything's aligned correctly. So far, so good. Step 3. Unboxing the chain set. This Scenic 1x chain set arrived in packaging showing a 2x system. Not the most confidence inspiring of starts. But opening reveals the correct 44 tooth single ring setup. The crank arm feels stiff and the chainring teeth show clean machining. Time will tell if this narrow wide tooth profile can keep the chain secure over the roughest sections of cobbles. Step 4. Installing the chainring. The direct mount system makes installation straightforward. Just 3 4mm hex bolts to secure the chainring, torquing them evenly in a star pattern. I appreciate how this design eliminates the need for additional spider arms, keeping weight down and simplifying the maintenance. Step 5. Bottom bracket service. The old bottom bracket needed removal to adjust spacer configuration. After 8 years of service, the bearings were surprisingly smooth. Threads cleaned and prepared with anti-seize compound before reinstalling. That creaking noise prevention is worth the extra minute of work. Step 6. Installing the chain set. Drive side crank arm goes on first, sliding smoothly through the bottom bracket. Non-drive side follows. The preload cap gets adjusted to remove play before torquing the fixing bolts to spec. A quick spin confirms smooth rotation with no drag. Step 7. Unboxing the rear derailleur. The Sensor SRX Pro rear mech needs to handle this massive 1150 cassette. Initial inspection shows sturdy construction with smooth pivots. The parallelogram movement feels tight with no play, and the spring tension seems appropriately strong for the big cassette jumps. Step 8. Derailleur installation. Mounting to the hanger is straightforward, just one M10 bolt to secure. The B knob needs adjustment to properly position the guide pulley relative to the cassette, but I'll do that later when I index the gears. There is no clutch mechanism like the Shimano, so we will see how it handles the vibrations from the cobbles. Step 9. Mid-build progress check. Here's where we stand. Drivetrain mostly installed, wheels prepped, already starting to look like a proper gravel cobble hybrid. The proportions with the massive cassette and 44 tooth chainring look aggressive but appropriate. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Step 10. Unboxing the tyres. These Arison gravel tyres were a gamble at €32 for the two. The tan walls look great and the 40mm width should be ideal. The tread pattern shows thoughtful design and the compound feels firm but not too soft. The folding bead construction keeps weight reasonable, not the lightest, but durability was the priority. Step 11. Mounting tyres with TPU tubes. Using my favourite TPU inner tubes at 36 grams each, these tyres mount surprisingly easy, sitting on the rim with just hand pressure. Both wheels done in under 5 minutes, a personal record for gravel tyre installation. Inflating to 40 psi for initial setup. Step 12. Unboxing the 3D printed saddle. This seat cushion turned out to be a legitimate 3D printed saddle. The lattice structure looks well executed with varying density zones that suggests proper pressure distribution. Step 13. Saddle installation. Right, let's take the old saddle off, never really liked it anyway, and get this new seat cushion fitted. Now for the fiddly part, these seat post bolts. Whoever designed this clamp system clearly never had to adjust a saddle on the roadside. The bolts are awkwardly placed and need just the right combination of hex keys and patience. After some careful tightening and a few muttered complaints, it's secure, tight enough to stay put, but not so tight that I strip the threads. Will the saddle work? The real test will come after 50 kilometers of cobbles. If it works, great. If not, well, at least the packaging made me laugh. Step 14. Rear wheel installation. Install the rear wheel again. It's a double bolt rear axle system replacing the old quick release. A bit fiddly, but we get there in the end. Give it a spin like a true pro. Awesome. Pleased with how they look. What do you think? Step 15. Front wheel installation. 15mm through axle goes in smoothly this time. After 12 years or so, maybe I'm finally learning. Happy with that and looking forward to seeing how it copes with La Trouée de Harenburg. Step 1. Unpacking the Sensar levers. Finally, the Sensar 1x11 hydro levers arrive after being stuck in French customs for over a week. Step 2. Initial inspection. Give them a good look over. Initial impressions are good, light, and the shifting seems direct. Just from initial testing, of course. Step 3. Handlebar installation. Undo the handlebar clamp, bolt and insert onto the handlebars. Step 4. Rear brake hose setup. Install the rear brake hose. It arrived with hydraulic fluid already in the cylinder. Just insert the pin and olive, then place the hose into the shifter. The moving connection makes tightening easier. Shimano could learn from this. Step 5. Brake test. Quick squeeze test. All seems to be working fine with no bleeding necessary. Step 6. Rear gear cable prep. Since it's a 1x system, only the rear gear cable needs installing. Routing is external, unlike my previous Origin Trail handlebar nightmare. See link on screen now. Step 7. Internal cable routing. The rear gear cable enters through the down tube and pops out below the bottom bracket before running along the chainstay to the rear mech. Surprisingly easy, luck or skill. I'm putting it down to skill. Step 8. Cable cutting and attachment. Measure and cut the rear gear outer, insert the cable and attach it to the rear mech. Sensor's neat connection point is better than Shimano's. Again. Step 9. Zip ties securing. A couple of old school zip ties keep the outer cable tidy. Simple but effective. Step 10. Chain length issues. My original ZTTO chain with 116 links was too short for the 4450 combo, so I had to buy a 118 link chain from Decathlon. Step 11. Chain installation. Mount the chain and join the quick links. They were extremely tight. Spared you the boring struggle footage. You're welcome. Step 12. Gear adjustments. Fine tune the shifting, then do the obligatory YouTube gear spinning shot. Step 13. Front hose replacement. The original front hose was too short. Came from flat bars. New one arrived after a 2-day wait. Straightforward to attach to the caliper first. Step 14. Zip tie mounting. Attach the hose to the forks with a trusty zip tie. Old school works for me. Step 15. Hose cutting. Measure twice, cut once. No time to reorder before Roubaix now. Step 16. Olive and pin installation. Attach the olive and insert the pin before connecting to the Sensar shifters. Same as the rear brake. Step 17, nut securing. You need to hold the nut with a spanner while tightening the hose nut. Step 18, handlebar taping. Attach hoses and rear cable to the bar with tape. Easy compared to my last integrated bar build, link on screen. Yes, you can fill the hose through the tape, but I'm not a pro. Step 19, front brake bleeding. Bleed the front brake, inevitably spraying fluid everywhere. Removed old pads, inserted the bleed spacer and went through the process. Let me know if you want more detailed footage. Step 20, reservoir setup. Undo the reservoir bolt, attach the bleed reservoir and fill it with mineral oil. Step 21, fluid purge. Use a syringe at the caliper to pull fluid through. Repeat until no air remains. Pump the brake to help. Step 22, fluid level check. Show satisfying shot of the fluid level dropping in the bleed reservoir. Step 23, pad replacement. Insert new brake pads, replace the pin and secure with a circlip. Step 24, brake test. Obligatory wheel spin and brake stop shot. Success. Step 25, bar tape choice. Using Decathlon bar tape, half the price of big brands but just as good, black for simplicity. Step 26, bar wrapping. Install the tape, takes a few tries, but it's sticky enough to stay put without being permanent. Step 27, bar plug installation. Gently tap in the bar end plugs. Step 28, getting close now, pedal installation. Grease and install the Shimano SPT pedals, no issue. Step 29, stem flip. Decided to flip the stem for a lower front end. Loosen bars, stem bolts and preload bolt, then reassembled. Step 30, Garmin mount. Installed the Garmin mount with Insta360 camera mount attached. Step 31, final review. Sweeping shot of the finished bike. The front looks high, but the forks sag 30% when I sit on it. Will it work? Will people laugh? Do I care? So, next stop, the Paris Roubaix cobbles. This rebuilt AliExpress special is about to face the Carrefour de l'Arbre and possibly my complete lack of common sense. Should I bring a spare bike? Probably. Will I? Absolutely not. Where's the fun in that? Will the sensor drivetrain surrender to the pavé? Will those €23 tyres survive the Trouée d'Arenberg? Or will I become a permanent fixture of the Roubaix Velodrome's wall of shame? This isn't a road bike, and this isn't just any old ride. This is my Paris Roubaix challenge. 170 kilometres of brutal pavé. And I brought my monster gravel bike to conquer it.